Hi, I'm Sally from Much Loved, and in this session I'm going to talk you through all the administrative controls for your funeral notice service. So the first thing that you need to do is to log into your partner area, and you do that by going to muchloved.com, click on the login button, add in your email address, your password, and click login. And that will take you directly through to your partner area, which looks like this. So this is one that we've set up just for demonstration purposes. Now, I'll just give you a quick run through of the home page. It will always open up in the tab that says All Tributes, and that will display all of the funeral notices that have been set up through your service. So you've got the date that they were created on. The next column here is a privacy control. So there is the option to make the funeral notice completely private, so it won't be viewed or displayed from your website, and it means the tribute page can't be searched for in Google. So there may be some circumstances where actually you'd prefer for the tribute page to be completely private, but you'd still like the family to have access to the page. So maybe a funeral that's being organised for a child, for example. So if you want to make the page private, you simply click on the padlock symbol. It'll take you through to the area to make that amendment. We'll click on Tribute is Private, save those changes, and then if we just go back to the All Tributes, you'll see that that tribute page is now private. So that means it won't be viewed directly on your website. The next column gives us the opportunity, just as a quick link, to actually view the back end, the actual tribute page that's been set up. And then we've got the deceased details and the family email address of the owner that's taken ownership of the page. And also there's a shortcut. If there isn't an ownership email address in here, then there's a shortcut for us to be able to add one of those in. You've then got your managed donations column. So this will give us a running total of all the donations that have been collected through the tribute. And then if you click on the amount, it will give you a breakdown of all the donations that have been collected. The green book, if you click on that, it will take us back to the funeral notice information. So it's just a shortcut really to be able to make changes to the actual funeral information. You've then got your manage candles section. So on the actual tribute pages, there's the functionality to be able to light a candle on the tribute page. So maybe if you've got a particularly close relationship to the deceased, or you'd like to share your condolences with them, then this is the perfect opportunity to do that. So just click on the symbol and follow the instructions. There's a number of different candles that you can choose from, and then the opportunity for you to leave a message alongside that candle. You've then got a couple of options of sharing the funeral notice through either your Facebook page, your company Facebook page, or through your Twitter account. And then finally, there's the settings button, and this will open up the settings page for us to be able to make all sorts of changes to the actual funeral notice. So quickly, before I view onto that, I just wanted to show you how to use the search facility. So if you're looking for a particular funeral notice, and obviously at some point there might be quite a few listed in here, so you might want to use the search criteria, pop in the name of the deceased, either the first name or the family name, and click on search, and then it will bring up the funeral notice that you're looking for, and then we can just click on the settings button to be able to view the back-end settings page. Then from here we can make all sorts of changes to the tribute. So we can edit the actual title of the tribute page, and if I just open up Veronica's tribute, you can see here that this is the title page of the tribute. So any amendments that you make in your partner area, they will update instantly and change either on the display that you've got on your company website or directly on the back-end tribute page. Underneath here, we can change the owner of the tribute page. So we can add in, this one hasn't been assigned a family member to take ownership of the page. So if you want to do that, you can do that from here. But also remember that there's the shortcut directly on the home page as well. You can add in a donations contact, and we really encourage you to do that, quite simply because the families that are the charities that are benefiting from the donations that are collected through this page always really like to be able to thank the family. So if you add in that information, we'll send that detail across to them via a reporting area, and they'll be able to get in touch with the family to thank them. Then underneath your funeral notice section, you've got the facility to be able to add and edit information to the actual funeral notice. Now that will take you back to the same shortcut that's available through the green book on the home page of your service. There's also the option to close a funeral, and that will remove the funeral information from the front of the tribute page and also from your company website. And it will automatically create a donation report which will be emailed to you so that you can forward it on to the family. Now we can set up an automated functionality for this. So after a certain period of time, we will automatically close the funerals. So if you're interested in us setting that up for you across your company or organisation, then please do get in touch and we'll set that up for you. Underneath here, you've got your social media sharing options. And then underneath that, we've got all the section about the donations. Now, we've created a separate video on that, so please do spend a couple of minutes watching that through. The last section you've got on here is about the tribute information. So here we can change the name of the deceased. You can also upload, change the URL address of the actual tribute. So if I click back to Veronica's tribute, you'll see up here in the header bar that there's URL address of Veronica's tribute. So each tribute page has a unique individual URL address, and that is automatically set up when you're created the funeral notice. But if it needs changing, absolutely, like everything else, it can be. Underneath here, you've got the facility to be able to change the words on the home page of the tribute. And if I flip back to Veronica's tribute, that's this information. So the information that displays directly under her picture. You can update or change photos. So maybe you didn't have a photo when you were first creating the funeral notice, then you can come here and upload one of those. Perhaps since you've created the page first, you've then since discovered that the deceased had a really fantastic affiliation with gardening, and you want to change your theme from the one that you've originally selected to one of the gardening themes. So you can update that there. If I just pop back to Veronica's tribute settings, if I just show you actually on the tribute, you can see that that theme down in the bottom has now been updated to the nice sort of pretty daisy image. So back to the tribute info, so we can change the theme. You can contribute to the actual tribute page by lighting a candle, which there's the shortcut from the home page. And also more recently, we've added the facility to be able to leave virtual gifts. So there's a whole selection of lovely gifts. So instead of a candle, you can leave a gift and also leave a message, and that will display directly on the actual tribute page. You've got the option to moderate the privacy settings. Again here, there's also the option to do that directly from the home page. And then this section is about moderating visitor contributions. Now, this gives the family control to be able to moderate any contributions that come directly to the tribute. But please be aware that the family does need to have ownership of the page before you make any amendments to that section. Underneath that, there is the option to open up all of the tribute settings. So in a sense, the tribute page is owned by yourselves, but also the family member. So they have the functionality to be able to change absolutely everything on their page, and you do as well. Now, if you'd like to know more about this, then please do get in touch and we'll set up a separate session to be able to talk you through that. And then finally, underneath that, you've got the option to delete the tribute if you need to. So if you've made some irreparable choices, then you can delete it. Although please be aware that, as soon as it's created, it does go live on your site. And obviously, as I've talked through today, absolutely everything is amendable. So please just be aware of that. If you need any help whatsoever, then please do get in touch with us. You can give us a call on 01494 722 818. Or if you click on that link there, just where it says support, contact or call, you'll see it comes up with a contact form. Just add in whatever your question is and where the email is coming from, and click send, and we'll get a message in the office, and we will aim to get back to you within a couple of hours on your query. So thanks very much for listening today.